Stacy had always been a familiar face in the small town of Maplewood. She worked diligently at the local bank, her sunny demeanor brightening the days of customers who came in for their transactions. Brian, on the other hand, carried a shadow from his checkered past, known to some as the town's troublemaker. Despite his reputation, Stacy couldn't help but feel drawn to his charisma whenever he strolled into the bank. One humid afternoon, Brian lingered near Stacy's teller station, his eyes darting around as if searching for something. "Hey, Stacy," he murmured, flashing a mischievous grin. "You ever think about what's behind those vault doors?" Stacy felt a knot tighten in her stomach. "Brian, you know we can't just waltz into the vault and take whatever we want," she replied, trying to keep her tone light. "But think about it, Stace," Brian persisted, leaning in closer. "We could be set for life. No more worrying about bills or scraping by. We could finally live the life we deserve." Stacy's heart raced as conflicting thoughts swirled in her mind. She couldn't deny the allure of financial freedom, especially in a town where opportunities were scarce. Yet, the thought of betraying the trust of her employer gnawed at her conscience. Their hushed conversation didn't escape the notice of Tyler, their astute boss. He observed their exchange from his office, his brow furrowing with concern. Tyler had always seen potential in Stacy, admiring her dedication and integrity. He couldn't shake the feeling that something was amiss. As the days passed, tension simmered beneath the surface, escalating with the approach of Maplewood's annual pie festival. The entire town buzzed with excitement, but for Stacy, the festivities were overshadowed by the weight of her dilemma. One evening, Brian cornered Stacy outside the bank, his voice urgent. "Stacy, we can't keep dancing around this forever," he pleaded. "Think about what we could do with all that money. Think about us." Stacy's gaze flickered with uncertainty, torn between her loyalty to her job and her growing feelings for Brian. "I just don't know if I can go through with it," she confessed, her voice barely above a whisper. Before Brian could respond, Tyler emerged from the shadows, his expression grave. "I overheard your conversation, Stacy," he said solemnly. "I had hoped it wasn't true, but it seems there's a breach of trust that needs addressing." Stacy's heart sank as she met Tyler's unwavering gaze. She had feared this moment would come, yet she couldn't shake the sting of disappointment in herself. In the days that followed, Stacy faced the consequences of her actions, grappling with the aftermath of her lapse in judgment. Though the road ahead seemed uncertain, she resolved to rebuild the trust she had lost and chart a new path forward. As Maplewood celebrated another successful pie festival, Stacy found solace in the simple joys of community and connection. Though her journey had been fraught with challenges, she knew that true redemption lay not in the pursuit of wealth, but in the strength of her character and the bonds she held dear.